Lovely. And either just gaze down or close your eyes. And just take a moment to relax into where you are right now. Feel your sit bones on the floor. Begin to spread your awareness and your focus through your body, from your fingertips to your toes. As you inhale, feeling a scan all the way from the base of your spine up into the top of your head. And as you exhale, that sense of settling, the shoulders release away from the ears. Feeling of heaviness in the hips, of grounding in the legs and the feet. And just really draw that attention down into the body. And notice if there is any resistance there when you do. If there's any resistance with the busy mind trying to keep you thinking, trying to keep that inner dialogue going. And try and surrender that inner dialogue. Try and let go of needing to engage or follow any form of thought. And just move that focus and awareness into your body, into my voice, knowing that you have the rest of the day to be caught up in thinking and doing. And right now, all you need to do is breathe and be. Begin to deepen that inhale. We're going to do a few breath exercises or levels of breath exercise. So as you deepen the inhale, draw the belly open. So really let the belly relax and pull that inhale deep into the abdomen, filling the lungs. And as you exhale, let the shoulders release. And let the belly draw back towards the spine quite powerfully. So the low belly sucks in and up. Inhaling again, releasing the belly, opening the lungs, feeling like you can really spread into the sides, the top, the back. And as you exhale, feel the shoulders release and the belly draw back like a band into the spine. Last time, inhaling fully and deeply, this time holding at the top for 5 counts. So 5, 4, 3, 2, release the shoulders, release the body, and exhale fully. Inhale, sweep the hands up. Exhale, settle the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, reach up through the fingertips, stretch out of the pelvis, draw the low belly in. And exhale, release the shoulders down the back. Inhale, this time reach up, reach the shoulders up, squeeze the hands, squeeze the belly, curl the toes, squeeze the leg muscles, feel everything turning on in your body like you're hanging on a cliff face, everything's tense. Breathe in a little bit more, sip the air in. And exhale, release the hands all the way down, allow the shoulders to sink. And then bring a little bit of movement in, just shaking the body slightly. Lovely. Stretching the legs out. And we're going to come to stand at the front of the mat. Acha. And we just check the camera position. Okay, that'll do. So when you're ready, coming to stand at the front of your mat, spreading your toes by lifting them up off the ground and then pressing them back down, activating into the legs, drawing the low belly in, and feeling that tall, strong standing posture. Just notice if maybe you can draw the shoulder blades back together anymore. If you can knit the ribcage down towards the pelvis slightly. Awesome. And we're going to test our ability to find our balance. That strength in the body, but onto the toes. So today's class is going to be focused around power, balancing it with grace. So that ability to be strong and powerful, to keep that tension, that intention, that focus in the body, but also have that fine control. And it's the same with the thoughts and intentions we have for the class. Down this time, up onto the toes, hold it for a count or 3, and exhale back down onto the heels and feel that strength and stability of the ground. And So you can think powerfully, you can have your intentions be really strong, really firm, but also move through life and move towards those intentions with a level of grace, a level of being able to flow with the life. Lovely. Okay, so hopefully our calves are starting to feel warmed up. Now as we inhale forward on our toes, we're going to lift our hands and hold the balance, and exhale back for 3, 2, 1. Inhale at the top and then exhale into a chair pose, bending the knees. Nice. Awesome. Draw the ribcage back towards the wall behind you, as if you're trying to tuck the low part of your ribs down towards your pelvis. And we're going to do a little bit of alternative core work here. So maybe step back a little bit in your chair pose on your mat, because from our chair pose, we're going to inhale, lift onto the toes. Exhale, bring the hands to the floor, bring the knees to the wrists, and then push back up. Good, so staying on the toes, exhale, heels down. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, hands down. Full, bend the elbows as you land. To the wrists, and then up. Awesome. 3 more times. Inhale onto the toes. Exhale, hands down. Heels meet the wrists. Knees meet the wrists. Push up. Good. I'm going to come and see how you're doing. Lowering down. Inhale onto the toes. Exhale, knees down. Hands down. Ooh. And push back up. Awesome. Staying in that chair pose for a minute. Not a whole minute. Take a deep breath in. Feel the power in the legs. Press through the heels this time, pushing them down into the ground, squeezing the legs slightly together, feeling the glutes turn on. And exhale, straight legs, release the hands, and let the shoulders go. Inhale, sweep the hands up, gaze up. Exhale, come to sit down briefly in that chair pose again. Feel immediately everything turn on, feel that power. And then exhale, fold gently into a forward fold. Holding the elbows, really releasing out the neck, letting the exhale deeply lengthen through the top of the head, down towards the floor. And just see if you can notice the low belly drawing up and in. So with each powerful pose we do, we're going to come to balance it with something of surrender, something of grace. Lengthen to a half fold. Inhaling up as if you're trying to balance the tray on your back. Exhale, plant the hands. Here's another powerful pose for you. Just transitioning back to plank. Spread the fingers wide, hook the elbows back and round. So it's like you're tucking them into your sides. Roll your weight. Three foot, maybe all your feet off before jumping back to plank. Nice. The elbows up and in, drawing up in the core. Use an exhale. Inhale, breathe into the side of the rib cage. And exhale, knees down and chest. Bring the elbows under the shoulders and lift up into a cobra pose. Draw the shoulders back into their sockets and try and relax the neck. So we have a temptation to jump our neck out. So tuck the chin back in and lengthen through the top of the head if you're going to lengthen through anywhere. Take a big inhale here. And then exhale, lower. Under and behind the shoulders. Tuck the elbows into your sides. Tuck the toes under. Draw the belly button away from the floor. Feeling engaged already. All you do is then push the heels of your hands. Come up to a plank and press back. To downward dog. So we've already done quite a lot of work. We've already found quite a lot of power. Now we're going to balance power and grace in our downward dog. So downward dog can be used as somewhat of a resting posture in some flows, but it can also be super powerful. So if you want to just gently sink your chest towards the floor, relax your shoulders, bend your knees slightly, and what I call hang out in downward dog. So take 3 deep breaths. Just feel that very soft version of downward dog where you can sink into
into the pose. Bend your knees as much as you like. And on the last exhale, I want you to gently bring it down to a child's pose. Come and roll up into a more powerful version. So inhale, gaze forward, feel a little bit animalistic. I love this part of the practice where you can just move slowly, rolling up back to your downward dog, breathing deeply through flared or open nostrils. Building that power in your breath already, finding that breath really nice and strong and deep. Now to make our downward dog more powerful, we're going to press into the heels of the hands, spread the fingers wide. Pull the heels towards the floor. Again, we're going to bend the elbows slightly and then draw semicircles so the elbows are pointing back towards the knees. We're going to come up onto the toes slightly and then ease those heels back down again. And we're going to make the elbows just move slightly closer to the floor. So already your arms should be shaking. You're in what we call turbo dog. And then pull your ribcage up and back towards the ceiling. So you're drawing the ribcage up, drawing your tummy in, spreading your shoulder blades wide and really setting those shoulder blades into the back. I'm already trembling. We're going to hold this for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, knees to the floor. Come back to a child's pose for a moment. That was a lot on the arms. So if you want to, you can inhale and just lift one arm up towards the sky. Exhale it behind you for a little stretch, opening the shoulders. Like this. So you open the shoulder up and behind you. Exhale here. And coming back to the other. Just finding a little more openness across those shoulders, a little relief. And exhale. Back into your child's pose when you're ready. Resetting for that more powerful mind, spreading the fingers wide, drawing the belly in, maybe tucking the toes under, getting ready to roll up. The slower you go, the stronger you are. So if you want to take it super slow, extend that inhale and really play with that moment you lift the knees off the floor, that moment you put the power into your arms. It can teach you a lot about what muscles you're activating to do that. Again, coming into a downward dog, beginning to prepare for our next variation, which makes downward dog 10 times harder. So we're going to bend our knees and bring our heels as close to the buttocks as we can. And then push into them and bring them about 3 centimeters away from the heels. So you've got a 3 centimeter, 5 centimeter gap between your buttocks and your heels. You're pushing through your arms, but the work is really in the legs. Draw the ribcage up and back towards the ceiling and hold this shape for 5, 4, draw the belly button in, 3, you're doing amazing. This is super hard. 2, 1, inhale, just straighten the legs and then begin to wiggle your bum, bending your knees alternately, shaking the legs out. That was super hard work, well done. Find somewhere steady, take a breath in. Exhale, ground through the hands and the feet, find stillness for a moment. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, bend the right knee towards the right arm and step heel to hand. Inhale, sweep up, warrior 2, back leg is hooked around slightly. Lovely, pressing into both feet. So here we play with the strength we can have and the surrender we can have in this posture. So if you want to, you can just straighten the front knee a little bit, bend into the back leg a little bit, collapse a little bit into the tummy and the hips, and let the arms go slightly light and floppy. And then on the next activation, you can bend further into that front knee, press out through the back leg, press into both heels and feet. Inhale, lift up through the hands, feel strong, spread the fingers wide, feel energy through that palm, through the palms, and draw the low belly in and hook the hips forward. So much stronger of a posture, and it feels more energetic. It feels like it has the energy flowing through your body here. Love it. Take one more inhale. Exhale, take the left hand down next to right foot and open out. So you're bending into a long twisted lunge. Awesome. Maybe just hang the hand here over the head. So this is one where I like to find the surrender rather than the strength. So if I was working on loads of strength, I'd pick that hand up, I'd push into both feet, I'd feel really strong, maybe even lift that front foot off the floor for some extra strength work. But I like to sigh the hand over my head and feel that stretch in the side of my body, release the head and neck. Exhale, bring both hands to the ground, step back into plank and push back to downward dog. Walking the feet out again in your own rhythm. Breathing deeply, you've worked super hard so far. Inhale, left leg comes up. Exhale, pulling it all the way in. Feeling the core knit up towards the ceiling, stepping forward, heel to wrist. Lifting up to your warrior two or warrior one, spread the hands. And again, first you can come into what I call a relaxed, a go with the flow kind of warrior, where everything is sagging and sinking and letting go. And then on the next inhale, pressing down into the heels, activating the feet, straightening the legs, straightening the back leg, bending the front knee a bit more, and pushing and lengthening through the hands. Drawing up in the core, feeling strong here for 5. Breathe deep. Each exhale makes you feel more powerful, pushes your feet further into the ground. 4, 3, 2, 1. On the exhale, take the hand down by the foot, coming into that twist on the other side, reaching up. So right hand by left foot. And again, option here to hang that hand over your head. Awesome. Okay, when you're ready, exhale, place both hands on the floor, step back to a downward dog, and then come bring your knees to the floor, finding a tabletop position. Ha ha ha. Lovely. So we're going to work on some arm strength and some back bending here. So bring yourself to the floor, kneeling if you can. Lovely. Okay. So we're going to work on the back bend, which is just going to involve us reaching up and over towards one knee. But I want that arc to be really full. If you push your hip forward, lift up through your rib cage as you push your hand back, then you get much more space than if you just reach straight back. So we're going to inhale open on this side, inhaling, filling the chest, exhaling, feeling strong, drawing the core to activate. If you can't quite reach your ankle, it's fine to just be reaching behind you or putting your hand on your back. Inhale back up to center slowly. Exhale, bring that hand down and swapping sides. Inhaling, lifting up, reaching back to the ankle. Breathing here for a moment or two. And coming back up, swapping over. And then almost with a breath, exhaling back, taking an inhale here. Exhale, inhale up, exhaling back. Breathing here. See if you can find some rhythm to it. Feel that extra bit of stretch. Can you reach that much further back with your hand? Inhaling up, exhaling back. And final inhale up. Do both sides. If you need to do the other side, that's fine. And then coming to meet me, hands on the ground, knees on the ground, shins on the ground. We're going to work on a Lalasana prep, which can work towards handstand. So we're going to press both hands, and this is a counter pose for what we've just been doing, bending the back. We're going to put both hands kind of a quarter of a way back behind the knees of your whole shin length. So we're just fingertips just behind the knees. We're going to push into the heels of the hands, wrap the elbows back, draw the rib cage up and in like we're a little shell, and then we're going to press into the heels of the hands and lift the knees up into the chest. So you're like a little egg. You're bouncing on the tops of the toes, suck the knees in, keep the hips high, draw the shoulder blades back into the spine, back into the back. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and release. Shake the hands off. Yay. Okay, so we're going to work up from that. So that's the first stage. If you want to, you can then shift the weight forward and lift the toes completely off the ground. And if that's feeling super easy for you, or you want to play with some handstands, then you can take those hands, have the same kind of intent, the same kind of movement, take the hands in front of the knees, do the same feeling, but this time hop.
You are.
You hop. So, if you want to do the hop, have that same bending the elbows backwards, scooping the shoulder blades back into the back, placing the hands down. But this is the same feeling of leaning forward as you have in the Lalasana prep. But you do it like that. So you're leaning forward, rocking the body. Yeah.
Ah!
You can go higher than that. How are you doing, Chris? Oh. Right. Do you know how much time we have left? Doesn't tell me. I haven't got the 10-minute warning yet.
We started at 3, so we've got 10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay, right. So, back to our little back openers. Spread the knees, tuck the toes. This time, if you're feeling super jazzy, you can lean back, take both hands back, lean up, and swap sides. But that's quite extreme. And unless your back's, I like to pretend I'm doing backstroke and just stay where I am. Use the integrity of the core, zipping down to kind of give me those arm circles and squeeze the glutes to protect the low back. Awesome. You look like you're doing backstroke, but me when I'm doing backstroke, not going in a straight line. Good. Inhale back up to center. If you've just been sitting like this, opening the back, that's fine. Exhale down. We're going to try the same thing again. So we'll take it through the same stages. So we prep with a posture that's less scary, less fear-inducing, feels less like we're going to fall on our faces, but the same type of movement. So we're placing the hands behind the knees, hooking the elbows back and round, and shrugging the shoulders back into the back. So we feel like we're setting something up quite strong. All our muscles are on. We push into the heels of the hands and we rock forward to lift our body up. Maybe we lift the feet up. And we just see that. Don't be on your phone.
Because my music stopped. I don't know.
Oh no.
Oh well.
Oh well, try again. Right. So leaning forward, hooking the elbows round. Lean forward and lift. Draw the knees up into the chest, keep the hips high, shoulders back into the sockets for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale. Nice. And then it's that same feeling of tilting forward onto the hands. But if you bring the hands in front of you and you extend the legs completely this time, using it as a little kickoff. So you're doing the same thing. You're wrapping your elbows, you're setting the shoulders back in. You're having the same rocking motion where you have to tip forward. But this time you're coming up off the ground. Over to you. You can do it. Set those shoulders back. So rather than letting your shoulders come up by your ears, draw them down the back really strongly. Yeah. Nice. Okay. When you've finished, exhale, coming into child's pose. Roll up gently, finding that same gaze forward. We're coming back to downward dog. Hop, skip, or a jump. If you want to try jumping, set the shoulders into the back, scoop the elbows in, draw the ribcage up and back, find some momentum, and hop your feet to the front. Or just step to the front. Inhale, slowly curl up, breathing in deeply, reaching your hands to the ceiling. Exhale, sit back down into that chair. Inhale, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, bring the palms together into the chest and begin to twist left elbow to right knee. If you're feeling super jazzy today, you can try and lift the left foot off the floor or even stretch it back. Yeah. Inhale, lift the hands up, coming back to center, releasing everything, reaching them to the sky, deeply inhaling. Exhale, find that focus. Maybe you just twist. This time, right elbow to left knee. Maybe you stretch that foot back. Maybe not. Finding that balance. And then on the next inhale, gently rolling up, coming back to that chair pose, coming onto the toes. But this time, exhaling down, buttocks to floor, coming to a seated position. Oh, I've got a gift from Zoom. But we can spend as long as we like here, because they told me that I have a gift.
Yeah.
Yay! Okay, awesome. So, coming to a seated position, finding your rhythm, finding your focus. We've done a lot of work, tends to build it in a dialogue in the head. Oh, I can't do this, or I can do that, or I should be able to do this. Oh, I'm not strong enough to do that. It's just letting that inner dialogue go, knowing it doesn't actually matter. And when you're ready, we're going to bend the right knee into the chest. Give it a hug. Squeeze it. Exhale, set that right foot down. Inhale, lift up through the hands. Exhale, bend forward. Trying to grasp the left foot or the left shin. Inhale, draw the chest through. Exhale, roll back, curve the spine, tuck the chin. Rolling onto the back of the sit bones. Inhale, heart forward, chest open. So finding some oscillation here, moving through the spine. Last exhale, really cup the body back, tuck the chin round the body. And this time as we inhale, bring both hands up. Step the right foot out, just slightly. And bring one foot, and bring the right hand down. Press into foot and ankle, lift up. Yeah, and exhale down. Swivel the hands over. Just come into a gentle twist in the other direction, just swaying your body around. And then inhaling again, lifting up in the same way. We're going to do 2 more of those. Exhaling down, twisting your body in the other direction, drawing the spine and reaching over and pushing the right knee towards the sky, opening the hip, and then inhaling up. Releasing the head and neck, letting that arm go floppy, just like in the other pose, feeling that kind of release in the side body, and then exhale, lower down. Twisting, last one. Exhaling all the way into the twist, inhaling up, lifting the hips, letting the arm go floppy, heart open, breathe deep, and then exhale, bring it back down, straighten the legs out. Inhale, draw up the opposite leg, squeezing it in, giving it a cuddle. Inhale, lift up, hands come up, exhale, activate the right foot, reaching forward, holding the shin or the foot. Again, drawing the chest through, shoulders draw into sockets. And then as you exhale, you're rounding the back, tucking the chin, drawing the core in. Inhale, opening, feeling the body, exhale, rounding, pressing back. Again, working with your own breath in your own time. Just enjoying the movement of the spine, really stretching into the limits. Pull a little bit deeper into the core, round that spine a little bit more. And inhale, open the chest, draw the shoulders back. Okay, final inhale forward. Final exhale back, round the back, tuck the chin. Exhale fully. Inhale, lift up through the heart, open it to the sky. Bring that left foot out just a slight bit more away from the leg, still bent. And then press the left hand behind you. On the next inhale, lifting the hips, pressing up. Hanging the hand over your head, releasing the neck, letting everything go, propping up on the heels and the foot. And then exhaling down. Just taking a slight kind of stretch in the opposite direction. And we're going to do that move again a few times with your own breath. At the top. Exhaling down, sweeping over. Awesome. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling down. Oh, I just like this move through my spine. And again, if in your twist, as you're exhaling, you can push the left knee away from you slightly and up to the sky. It really adds that extra bit of space in the hip. Final inhale up. And exhale down, bringing both legs together, drawing them into a butterfly pose. So bringing the feet together, holding onto the ankles, and just gently lifting the chest forward and then pushing it back. So you lift the chest forward, your shoulders spread, your collarbones open, and as you exhale back, your spine rounds, your chin tucks. Awesome. Lovely. Final inhale, lift forward. And this time on the exhale, see if you can fold slightly, bringing your head to your feet. Lovely. Inhale, gently coming up. You're going to bring one leg into the chest. Awesome. You're going to stretch the other foot forward, just like before. But this time we're going to reach forward and walk our body in front of the leg. Lovely. Awesome. If you have a lot of space here and you're feeling super flexible, you can bring that ankle or the foot into the arm and push back. But I'm not there, so yeah, it's really hard. I don't know how people do it. They do it like this, and then they reach forward. Like that. And you're meant to be able to like hold your hands like this. And then do that, but I don't know. That's one of the poses we're working towards. Okay, swapping over legs when you're ready. Again, walking forward, finding that space. We're all about opening the hips now. That's the part of the practice we've come to. Again, if you want to play with the hilarious, trying to put your foot on the back of your arm, and then bring your feet, and then like do this, then you can. This is the best bit of yoga. I don't know how they do it. Like that, maybe? Anyway, you did really well. Yeah, or just do this. That's good. It's always worth a try. What's it called? Archer's pose or something like that. Okay, inhale, lifting up. Bring both toes bent. Feet just a little bit far apart. We're going to do a really fun core work, which I absolutely love. It's just we lower back. Really slowly, keep the low back on the floor. Suck the core in, put the shoulders up. Then we take an inhale and we lift up. Straighten the legs out. Forward fold. Exhale, lower back, bend the knees. Super slow. Inhale, lift forward into a forward fold, wide-legged. Awesome. And then you have to see how slow you can do this if you cannot use momentum. So you bend your knees, slow as you can over 5, 6, 7 breaths, low back. Inhale forward. Oh, it's so much harder. Stretch forward. And then you see how fast you can go. Go on, Emma. I'll race you. Lovely. Awesome. 3 more. 3, 2. Using that power, finding that strength. And 1. Exhale slowly onto the back, legs open wide, hands open to the side, coming into the relaxation portion after we've had a good bit of work. Letting the body settle towards the ground. Telling the nervous system just to down level, just to turn down the volume. Take an inhale. We're going to reach both our hands parallel up the sky. Draw our shoulders off the floor. And as we exhale, we're going to tuck the shoulders down behind us, pressing in the head into the ground to lift it up and make sure they're tucked in. On the next inhale, we're going to lift both legs up to the sky, parallel. We're going to inhale, push the toes up to the sky, rocking the low back, pressing it into the mat.
And then exhale, bend the knees. So our hands should be out to the side, the knees should be bent, and the feet on the floor. We're going to come up to do final posture, which is bridge. Inhaling, just gently pushing into the heels of the feet, squeezing the inseams of the legs slightly together as we roll up gently. And exhale down. We're going to do this 3 more times. Each time you inhale, see if you can get your chest closer towards your chin, really pressing into the feet, filling the lungs with breath. And each time you exhale, feel like your face, your eyes, your jaw is relaxing, your shoulders are relaxing, your whole body is letting go. And then feel that power on the inhale to get one last press up into our bridge pose. And one last exhale down. Once you've finished your bridge poses, I invite you to rock your legs or knees from side to side. It's like windscreen wipers. If you're feeling like you deserve a really juicy end to this class, then you can come and put your bum on the wall and send your legs up and have your Shavasana with legs up the wall. Or if you just want to hold your legs there for a little while before you enter your Shavasana, that's fine. And finding your final relaxation pose, wherever it feels good to you. Let the body settle, let the shoulders settle, let the eyes settle. And again, bringing that focus, bringing that attention to what makes you feel powerful, to an image, to a time, to an outfit, to a person, to a place that has made you feel like you can really tap into your internal focus, your internal power, your internal strength. And immediately when we ask our mind to go towards something positive, it moves towards the opposite, it moves towards the negative. So gently encouraging ourselves to picture, to hold in the front of your mind a time, a place, a thing, an object that makes you feel strong. For me, I always think of moments when I'm running with a song playing, and I feel like nothing can touch me, that I can jump, I can leap, I can hop, I'm entirely free, I feel strong, my breathing is powerful, my mind is clear. And knowing that that strength that you feel in those moments is always there for you. Your true internal strength is completely and utterly yours. And although you may find and notice it in certain moments with certain people, in certain circumstances, it is a part of who you truly are. And it is a resource you can draw on when you need it. Taking a really deep inhale, filling the lungs. Exhale, sigh the air out. If you want to even sigh through your mouth, that's totally amazing. We're going to do this twice more. Inhaling, filling your lungs. Exhaling, sighing through your mouth. Last time, inhale deeply, fully. Maybe hold that breath for a moment at the top. See if you can sip some more air in. Really use your full lung capacity. And as you exhale, everything feels heavy. Everything is surrendered. There's no need to look for any more sensations of power. You can let it all go and rest. Inhaling gently. Maybe just noticing the rise and fall of your chest. Beginning to wiggle your fingers and toes, to roll your head from side to side. Maybe stretching, maybe curling into a little ball on your side. But when you're ready, rolling up to a seated position.